It's Nightly News for this Friday. I'm Tom Yamas. Thanks so much for watching. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
KUAM TV8, home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6, 2026.
Half a day, I'm Matsuki Hirayama. You're watching KUAM News Weekend Edition. Thanks for joining us. Well, our conversation with the Guam Department of Education Superintendent Dr. Kenneth Swanson continues with part 2 of his one-on-one interview with KUAM. Swanson reflecting on his time leading the island's largest GovGuam agency as he prepares to step down later this month. Destiny Cruz Langus has more.
I want to ask you a little bit more on how you would describe GDOE's academic standing today. What strategies do you believe move the needle on literacy, attendance, and student achievement?
We've got a range of performance. We've got high-performing schools. We've got schools that need some help. And this is not unusual. I mean, it happens all across the United States. But before I got here, we did not have a current system-wide assessment. And so we had instituted use of the Smarter Balance Assessment in the 23-24 school year. We've given it twice. We're putting all that data together. The principals have all the data, and we look at English language arts, reading performance, and we're looking at math performance. Like many other school systems, our math is weak. So we're now going back and looking at, okay, what courses are we teaching, what standards are we using, what instruction are we doing? Because what I've been doing, and this is what we were required to do under federal law in the states when I was superintendent. When you did your assessment, you had to look at your bottom 5% performing schools in your system and say, what are the interventions that need to happen in that school? And so I've been with each principal and personally sit down with them and say, okay, here's where you're performing. You slipped here. You did, and it's only a few schools. Some of them have new principals that have. I mean, this is their first year in that building, and some of those are brand new principals. They've never been a principal before, so we're giving them a lot of support to help them. And we have a core of mentor teachers that we're focusing their energy and work with the lowest performing schools so we can raise them up. What would you grade a GDOE right now when it comes to recruiting and maintaining teachers? The recruitment's a challenge, and it's on several levels. So if we're talking just classroom teachers, someone wants to be a third grade teacher or a high school math teacher, we have to have folks in the educator preparation program. There's about 3 pathways that we can get certified teachers. One is right here with UOG, and along with GCC, both of them have programs that we actually sponsor cohorts of folks who are close to having their degree or already have a degree, but not any background in teaching education, and getting certified. And we're able to certify anywhere from 5 to 15 of those folks a year. We need to encourage young folks that really want to teach to go in and enroll in the teacher training programs at the university. At the same time, we have to also be competitive on payday. And our biggest competitor is DODEA. And they've got a little bit different source of money than we do. But that's the financial side of it. The teacher preparation side of it is always a challenge. And then we're trying to retrain and cross-train. And we have the support from the legislature too, now with legislation being proposed. While we're speaking about the legislature, how would you characterize your relationships with the board, the legislature, the governor's office, and unions? And did politics ever hinder your work? It's always a factor. I try not to let it be a motivator It's an election year. I'm not running for office. And that's a reality because you're making public decisions about money and all of those things that impact the community. Yeah, there's going to be politics involved in terms with all those different entities. I've tried to have a good working relationship with all of them. I grew up in a union house. I'm pro-union, but I also know that what you negotiate is one thing, and then what happens on a daily basis is another. I have a good working relationship with the union leadership. I work with the board. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't, but that's my boss. So they tell me what they think, and I have to adjust and act accordingly. I got to stay out of the political environment, but because in Washington State, my wife was a legislative candidate and heavily involved in party politics. I know what that's about. And as a superintendent, I've always had to stay out of it because I can't bring that into schools because that's not what this is about. And the responsibility of the folks who are charged with governing is a tough responsibility. Also don't always agree, but we can also be civil about it.
In a major win for Guam, Westcare Pacific Islands has been awarded a $2.5 million grant from Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's Day One Families Fund, a transformational investment aimed at ensuring no child on our island sleeps outside. WPI leaders say the funding will expand youth and family shelter capacity, master lease additional units for families in crisis, bolster staff to accelerate housing placements, and renovate existing facilities for safer, more dignified temporary stays. The one-time grant will be used over the next 5 years and positions WPI to serve even more families across Guam and Micronesia. The nonprofit is among 32 organizations nationwide chosen this year for their proven impact in addressing family homelessness. Since 2018, the Day One Families Fund has awarded more than $850 million to organizations working to move families from crisis to stability. In other news, the Port Authority of Guam is getting a strong vote of confidence. Moody's Investor Service has reaffirmed the agency's Baa2 credit rating with a stable outlook for fiscal year 2024. The rating reflects the port's steady revenue, healthy liquidity, and solid debt service coverage, reinforcing its role as Guam's sole commercial seaport and a critical link in the island's supply chain. Moody's highlights the port's very stable revenue profile, averaging $58 million between 2021 and 24, even through the pandemic and Typhoon Mawar. The port also maintains a robust cash position with about $50 million in reserves, more than 300 days cash on hand for nearly a decade. General Manager Rory Respicio credits the port's long-term planning and strong team, saying the reaffirmation underscores continued progress toward modernizing infrastructure and strengthening resilience. Moody's notes that despite exposure to typhoons and customer concentration, the port remains financially sound and strategically vital, handling 90% of Guam's imported cargo, including significant military shipments. Well, one of the best things about the holiday season is the music, and this weekend you'll want to bring the family to Tumon Bay for a free concert by some of the best players on island. Here's Jason Solis with more.
The first time in 6 years, the Seaside concert is coming back to Ipao Beach. I am super excited, and I know you can't wait.
Well, I can't believe it's been 6 years already. The last time was 2018. In 2019, I went on sabbatical for a year right before COVID hit, and it moved to Jeff's Pirates Cove, and then COVID came in, and then we did one kind of holiday concert at the Guam Museum. We did that for a couple of years. We went to the mall last season, and everything kind of lined up this year. So I'm really excited to be back at Ipao. In the amphitheater over there. It's a really nice environment. I mean, it's a little toasty for the musicians, as they say, but it's a really fun experience for the audience.
Depending on what type of day, like where, where the sun is oriented over the cliff. But that's the one thing, because you know more about music from a mechanical and academic level than anybody. And the acoustics in there with the amphitheater behind you projecting out up against the cliff are amazing.
It's good, and anytime you play, you know what, like we used to practice, and like I would play my clarinet in the bathroom because it echoes a lot, right? So that's a concrete shell, and it echoes really well. So it's a really good sound kind of situation over there. And then when you have the kind of hill that's kind of sloped upwards over there, it's a really nice setting too.
All you got to do is bring a towel, go there, literally let the music wash over you and be filled with holiday spirit.
Yeah, it's it starts at 3 3 o'clock, and I encourage people to bring, you know, some drinks and a picnic basket or something like that, and sit on the lawn, and or bring some lawn chairs, and maybe a small umbrella if you want to. Nothing too big that would block the view for other people, but come and enjoy the event. We have 3 musical groups performing throughout the afternoon. It's going to start off with the UOG Singers under the direction of Miriam Ramirez, and then the Guam Territorial Band will be performing. And then before the symphony gets up, there's Mr. Santa Claus will be there.
Very nice.
He's going to be on a carabao, you know,
as he should be,
tossing candy out to the kids. Before that, though, there's going to be carabao rides on the side by the amphitheater over there.
Nice.
So the carabao
right underneath the big tree.
Right underneath the big tree.
Very nice.
Yeah. So he'll be offering rides from about 3 to 4, and then around 4:30 or so is when Santa Claus will make his appearance.
A real-life elf on the shelf is meddling with school, which the students and even parents find very cool, though he's there for a very specific reason this holiday season.
Look familiar? Well, Forest Hills has taken this and added a little bit of holiday magic to it, kind of growing it into something 3 sizes too big, taking this little elf on the shelf and turning it into something like this. Meet little JR. If any students are watching, though, he says to turn away because he's better known to adults, at least, as Forest Hills Assistant Principal John Ray Russell.
They come up to me all day long and say, "I saw you this morning." I was like, "Where did you see me at?" And then they say, "You're the elf," and I'm like, "Do I look like an elf?" And then that's part of the fun.
He says he likes hanging out around the school and making sure that the students see his smiling face.
So seeing that has really, on those cold mornings, you know, it's really been fun, though, and it motivates me to keep doing it.
But this elf on a shelf doesn't have Santa-related plots like many others. No, instead, he's here to make sure that students show up for class.
We saw last year that in the second 9 weeks, especially around Christmas time, our attendance numbers dropped for various reasons. I know a lot of times it could be sickness, but we also know it could be just not wanting to get up.
Throughout the season of giving, many local organizations do community service projects to demonstrate our island's spirit of Hafa Day, and the Guam Hogs and bike enthusiasts are preparing for their big December Goodwill tradition, their annual candy run.
Even though the riders have the honor of being able to go around the island and distribute the candy, you always make the community at large. You said this is a Guam community event and everything, and people can donate. They can volunteer to pack the candy. They can make donations of different candy items and everything. So for people that are brand new here, they just there's kids that want to get service learning. There's military people that just want to get involved in a really positive cause and everything like that. What are the avenues that they can get involved?
So yes, we are currently still accepting candies. Any kind of candy, well, preferably no chocolate, nothing that's really going to melt. So we're looking more for like hard candies, like suckers, lollipops. We are accepting as many candy canes as you like. We're in the market for candy canes, so we'll put candy canes in the bags for the kids again this year. And this year we're doing something different with what we're putting in. So it's the kids are going to be a little more happy, and I hope, again, if you want to donate some candy, you're more than welcome to drop them off. We have some locations. Right now, I believe we have Wild Bill's, which is right across from, or right next door to Sakura Noto House in Tamuning, and Bank Pacific in Tamuning. So I know that's one place, or you can go to Wild Bill's, KO's or Lada's or the Jenny's Bar. Somebody from the Guam Hogs will be there and just say, hey, this is donation for our candy run, and I'm pretty sure we will accept it. And again, no chocolates preferably. Again, any hard candies are accepted.
Yeah, peanut butter cups are awesome, but not for this particular time.
Yes.
Yeah, we just came through Halloween and everything, so we've got enough chocolate. Okay, and then when it comes time to pack up the candy, bag it, get everything ready and everything like that, that's a great opportunity for students to get involved too.
Yes. So we have our candy bagging is going to be 8 o'clock Saturday, September 13th at Tamuning Elementary School. So,
that's coming up.
Yeah. So again, we're accepting candy even up to that day. So if you don't make it to any of those locations, you can, if you want to have your kids come to help bag these candies. Again, we're bagging over 5,000 bags of candy. So we're going to need a lot of help. The motorcycle community and the kids from the schools are more than welcome to come. And if you guys, again, miss the other locations or on the last day you're able to come down to Tamuning Elementary, please bring the candies there. We'll take it and we'll bag it up for the kids around the island.
Stick around, we have more coming up on Weekend Edition. You're watching KUAM.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Father, well, on this, one of the most cherished holidays and days of worship for island Catholics, Santa Maria and Catalan Day is right up there with Christmas and Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yes.
what is being done this year to make sure that we celebrate our patroness and our patron saint of our island?
Well, we do our nightly novena and masses. We started last Sunday, and we usually invite the parishes, the schools, and everyone on the island to join us. And we've been having a good attendance, participation. That's really, I'm really grateful for that. So every night we have the novena to Santa Maria and Camalen, and then immediately after we have the Mass. We praise and thank God for all the blessings that He has given to us and continues to give to us through the intercession of our Blessed Mother, Santa Maria and Camalen, our patroness on this island, the beautiful island of Guam. And so we are on our 6th night tonight, so hopefully a lot more people will be able to join us. And this is very important for us because of the role of our Blessed Mother Mary in our salvation history, that God has chosen her to bear the Son of God, our Lord Jesus Christ. That's why it is important for us as Catholics, as people of faith, to ask for her intercession. And again, her role is to lead us closer to Jesus. That's why this time is very important for us, especially as an island community, professing our faith and belief in God and honoring our Blessed Mother Mary.
And of course, this leads up to Monday, with the 8th of December falling on a Monday this year, and the procession will happen here downtown, right?
Yes. So again, it's the Solemnity of the Immaculate Conception of our Blessed Virgin Mary, and also that is the feast. That's when we celebrate the feast of our patroness Santa Maria in Camalen. Yes, we are back to our traditional procession around here in Hagåtña, and we also hope and pray that more and more people will be able to join us for that. This is an island-wide celebration, the whole archdiocese and the whole community of Guam gathering together in praise and thanksgiving to God.
And of course, Catholics, the billions of Catholics worldwide have such reverence for Mary, as you said, Father, being the Mother of God. But here on the island, Santa Maria in Catalan is also so special because she is our patron saint for the entire island.
Yes.
So she protects us in times of pandemics, typhoons,
war,
economy. Yeah.
Yes. That's really her intercession is very powerful in protecting us from all these things. Well, of course, it's the most important. The most important protection that she provides for us is protection from the evil one. That's that's where the real battle is. We may still go through the evil things in this world, but our Blessed Mother will definitely help us be protected from anything that will separate us from her Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, and will continue to aid us on our journey back home to heaven. She is there, and any mother, any loving mother would want the best for her children, and the best that she can offer to us and she can give us is her son, and that life that her son promises to all of us and prepared for all of us, that life with him in heaven. We start here, of course, the church, and then it's just the West O'Brien, and then by the GCIC building, and then it's not a long procession, so that's pretty much the route, and then we come back to the church. So that's pretty much the route. The exact route, okay, I'm not very technical about that.
It's more or less one loop around the downtown area.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. I remember during the early years, at least in where I came from, it's really a long procession. This one, it's not too short, it's not too long also. So hopefully they'll be able to join us. Half a day of Anielos. Por favor, fan matuja tan fan nobena para si Santa Maria en Camalen. Pago gi alas 5:30. Agupa gi alas 5. Jan gi Domingo gi alas 6. Y lunes, por favor, fan gagi para ilikaw. Si Jules in Fambinan, DC.
Si Diyos Masi, Father, God bless you once again.
Si Diyos Masi, Lokwi, or Hagumas.
Yeah.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. Count on me, count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
This holiday season, the magic is near. In every aisle, it's crystal clear. From decor that dazzles, to toys that bring joy, to sweet little treats for each girl and boy. Lights that sparkle, gifts from the heart, it all comes together at Kmart.
Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade. Half a day, everybody. Jason Salas here, your 671 Sports Nerd, being joined by a local boy who went to the States, and you never really truly leave Guam because it's always in your heart. And John Cruz is a perfect example of that. Went to St. Anthony's, went to FD, and now is the head of global partnerships at YouTube, the world's biggest TV set. So, John, man, first of all, we're super proud of you for everything you've done, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Happy to be here and happy to, talk to you about sports, about whatever it is that's most interesting.
I gotta say, man, I love my job here. You have the coolest job on the planet, I would say, head of sports partnerships at YouTube. So, what is that like? What's your average day like?
I won't give you the generic answer that there's no average day, but I'll say two things. My team and I are focused in two primary areas. One is, we work with global leagues, federations, broadcasters, teams, athletes, et cetera. We touch, essentially the entirety of the sports content ecosystem. YouTube is a vibrant, large, global platform, but has a very vibrant, community of fans who love sports content. And our job is to help these leagues and these federations reach all of their existing fans, but maybe more importantly, reach and develop their newer fans. The onboard to being a sports fan is very different today. I grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan because my dad was a Dallas Cowboys fan. We watched, I watched what he watched, and, that developed fandom that way. That's not the way it works, especially for kids today. So it's a pretty big job for sports leagues to find their new fans. And then, what I used to call job number 2, but has quickly become job 1A, is to help these leagues and these various sports partners build a business on top of YouTube. Digital used to be a promotional vehicle, videos on the internet were this kind of cute thing that used to live on the side, but now the expectation is that they drive revenue and there's a real P&L there. So I think those are the two things that we focus on, figuring out how to, deepen or drive fandom is job 1. And then obviously figuring out how to help our partners, build real businesses on top of our platform is, job number 2.
And we're both like sports guys and everything. And for me, my definition of sport has always been, it's athletics, it's recreation, and it's leisure. So anything under the sun, if you meet like any of those conditions, is super cool. So chess, robotics competitions, spelling bees and everything like that. I've always been about that. So when it comes like casting such a wide net, how do you actually determine what sports is?
Yeah, I think so. For us, we really, it's very easy to first start with, the stick and ball sports that most people know and love, the NFL, soccer, the NBA, et cetera. But you're right. I think there's a broad base of sports content out there, out in the world, but only, not out in the world, but also on YouTube. I think I can use myself as a personal example. I like poker, and Poker Go is a partner of ours, and they live stream the World Series of Poker for, main event for 11, 12 hours a day during the summer. So yes, there are, a number of fans who come for some of these more mainstream sports, but there are also just as many fans or a broad number of fans and people around the world who come and want to engage with pickleball or with poker or with rugby or with jiu-jitsu or what have you. And because of the, breadth of the platform, I think we're able to service those fans pretty well. I think that's really, the goal is to ensure that whether you're looking for a live game or you're looking for a historical clip or you're looking for a highlight of, the Knicks game from over the weekend, that you can come to YouTube and you can frankly find the content that you're looking for, and then obviously discover other related content from our creator community or from, or other content from the leagues themselves.
Absolutely. And it has been a very, very big last week and a half for you and everything, because you guys had a major announcement coming out. So congratulations to you for pulling that off.
Thank you. Yeah, we did. So just to give a little bit of color, we announced that for the first time, YouTube will broadcast a live NFL game, and it'll be free in front of the paywall. So no subscription required. It'll be available globally, and most important to me, and maybe to you as well, is it'll be available in Guam. And I'd argue, and I have argued, that YouTube already has the most comprehensive offering of NFL content, both from a live game standpoint, obviously in the continental US where we have YouTube TV, but also with, the clips and highlights that the NFL offers on the YouTube main app, and with Sunday Ticket, which as of last season is available in Guam. So when you now bring this additional, premier matchup in week one with the LA Chargers and the Chiefs, and you add that to the portfolio, I think it only strengthens it and should continue to ensure that when a fan is thinking about the NFL and how they spend their time, that YouTube will, hopefully continue to have a place in that fan's heart and also in the way they spend their time.
Absolutely. And I go back far enough, John, that I remember when YouTube was actually the streaming destination for the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. When Google had partnered with the IOC and with NBC, to show that, and it was an amazing experience. So the fact that you guys are going to have like a live NFL game is unbelievable.
Yeah, the platform has absolutely come a long way. And I've been there for 17 years now. And, despite the amount of time I've been walking around those halls, I'm still extremely bullish on where the platform is going and where, and the role that sports will play in the future of YouTube's growth.
Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade.
Tender love and care.
Did we invent crispy chicken? Nah. We just put it where it belongs, inside burritos and tacos, obviously. Extra saucy. 2 strips, huh? Look at that. Overachieving? Sure. Did you ask for it? No, but we did it anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic. You're welcome.
Is your child having difficulty walking, talking, playing and learning like other children? As parents, we ask ourselves, what should I be doing? If you are worried about your child's development, the Guam Early Learning Council is here to help. Simply dial 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays, to get resources and valuable information.
And now here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shout-out sent to us on KUAM.com.
Happy birthday to Chris Garcia. And Chris, your shout out says, I wish you blessings, but I know I'm your biggest one. Love, your swole mate. Very nice. Brandon DeMarco, happy birthday number 12 to our son, and may the Lord continue to bless you on your special day. This is coming from Mommy, Daddy, and Big Sis Leilani. Happy birthday number 11 to Kaiden Taitano, who is very happily blowing out the candles today. Justin Josiah, Mom misses and loves you and your sister more than life itself. I wish you the most amazing day, she says in all caps. To come, my son. I love you, says Mom.
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Someone here is getting old.
Someone here is getting old.
Your Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake winner
for this week goes to...
And this week's winner of the Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake is Mackenzie Joe. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your special extended birthday present and look out for a message from us to let you know when and where you can pick up your prize. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@KUAM.
That's going to do it for us here on a weekend edition. Visit KUAM.com or follow us at KUAM News on social media for the latest news. For now, I'm Matsuki Hirayama. Have a safe weekend.